Hi friends, welcome back to Couple Chronicles. Today we'll share our amazing journey from Thimphu to Paro and then to the breathtaking Chalaila Pass, the scenic drives, cultural stops, etc. We started at 9 am from our hotel after having breakfast from Thimphu. Our first stop was a Durga temple. What really amazed us seeing a Bhutanese couple visiting and praying here. It showed how beautifully cultures blend in Bhutan. After that, we went to the majestic Buddha Dor Denma, the tallest Buddha statue in Bhutan. The view of Thimphu Valley from up there was absolutely divine. To be honest, इतना peaceful लगा देख के. And our next stop was Simply Bhutan, a living museum where you can experience Bhutanese culture, wear traditional dress, taste local food. A perfect place for those who want a quick cultural immersion. We also tried our hands on suja. We were charged about 1,000 per person to enter Simply Bhutan. In general, as a tourist in Bhutan, you can expect to pay anywhere between 500 to 1,000 for entry to various monuments.
You raised your elbow.
We both tried our luck but couldn't hit the jar. Then our guide Sonam took the shot and hit it, and the Bhutanese performers celebrated with a lively victory dance. After this, we headed towards the Pachu river. On our way to the river bank, we were surrounded by lush green mountains. Honestly, the view was breathtaking. The roads were super clean and all we could say was, wow, what a sight to behold. And honestly, यहाँ हम थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही रुक गए. We sat by the river bank for about 40-45 minutes. We did video calls to our parents, relatives. It was so peaceful and soothing that we didn't even feel like getting up. The sound of flowing water, the greenery around, everything felt magical. Until a group of college guys landed up there and broke our trance. Still, this spot was one of the most calming parts of our day. After spending some peaceful time at the river bank, we headed for lunch. At Tashi Den Cafe and Bar, we decided to try a mix of cuisines. We ordered pasta along with a traditional Bhutanese dish called egg maru with rice. Egg maru basically tasted like a scrambled egg mixture served in a light soup-style curry, simple yet flavorful, giving us a real taste of Bhutanese comfort food. We then moved to our next stop, Parozong, also known as Rinpoche. This majestic fortress is one of the most iconic landmarks of Bhutan. Built in the 17th century, served both as a monastery and a fortress to protect Paro Valley. Today, it still houses monks and also functions as the administrative center of the region, standing tall with its traditional Bhutanese architecture.
It also symbolizes Lord Buddha, but symbolizes Lord Buddha, and rabbit symbolizes.
walking through its courtyards and wooden corridors and the floorings, we could actually sense the blend of spirituality and history that makes Bhutan so unique. On our way to hotel, we spotted Tiger Nest. Tiger Nest was previously in our itinerary, but it was not recommended by the people there, and our guide suggested if we could extend our day, but however we thought since it's raining, it's better not to do the trek. After an eventful day at Paro, we finally headed to our hotel, Sangling in Paro. In the evening, we decided to take a little walk around the town. The streets were lively. We came across plenty of souvenir shops offering beautiful handicrafts and gifts at a really competitive prices. We couldn't resist doing some shopping. Once done, we returned to our hotel, enjoyed a warm and comforting dinner, and we just passed out from all the tiredness of the day. That's how we wrapped up our third day in Bhutan, filled with new experiences, shopping, and some much needed rest.